any venture capital whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the time we talk about, you got to get funding, and I may be on alternate viewpoint of that is you get funding, that means you're instantly for sale.
Yeah.
And one of the things I worry about is a lot of companies get to from the small to the startup stage, and then they're sold to an American company and disappear. And I think for Ottawa, we really need to make sure that how do you actually get the customers to pay for your growth, which is the best way to do it than a venture capitalist. So one of the things I think I'll be talking a lot about is it's not just about having a great product idea, it's about having great sales and marketing.
Well, yeah, and sales, and that's, you can't, Bruce Firestone always teaches about that. That's the number one thing, is you need the sales to continue. So just quickly before we go, what are some, you've acquired several companies. What were some tips that you learned from the first ones that are going easier now? Because that's transitioning a lot of people, welcome them to an Ottawa company, and
a whole bunch of things I think I've learned along the way. One of the biggest ones was you actually don't need to have much money to buy a company if you already have a company. I was really surprised by trying to figure this out when I wanted to buy a company. I was like, I'll have the cash. So you learn to find out what that company owner really wants. Explain to them what your company with their company can do that's better than before, and then you structure a deal that says, if this takes off, you're going to get even more money than I would have paid you. So it's called a back-end deal on the way things happen. And then you also ask, saying, well, what's the lifestyle that you want to have as an owner? Are you just leaving? I don't know if I want that to happen. I want to make sure that you have the perfect life that you always imagine. You hate running a company. You just want to develop product, and then I'll make that happen. So there's a lot of psychological and business dimensions. Another thing that I learned was I have a mantra: never buy a company that's more than 10% your size, because if you make a mistake, it doesn't drag you down. And also you can totally swamp them with your culture as opposed to having a clash of cultures.
Yes.
And you can also handle the integration. It's not this monster task. And the other thing is, if you buy a company that's really quite small, then you have upside. You have tons of growth. Almost every company we've bought is inside of 3 years is grown by 3 to 10 times. So fantastic return on investment.
Wow.
So definitely a good deal for them in the end too, right?
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun too.
And so, have you visited the space station? You have equipment on the space station, so that's maybe one country that he hasn't been to yet.
It was funny actually. I have not visited. We do have cameras, conversion equipment on the space station, and it was fun because just at the trade show 2 weeks ago, I met with NASA.
That's your boys. So you got to work with NASA.
I know, and I was telling them how cool it was, and I said, by the way, I did this thing with Ross Video and said, how did NASA pay? And they all laughed in the room. They said, it's a labor of love. So you probably made a better choice, Dave. But so we're talking about a lot of space technology we might be able to collaborate on in the future as well.
Oh, that's great.
One of my favorite moments, I was in the room, I was saying how we can use our virtual sets and augmented reality technology to enhance, say, NASA TV. I said, we could float a three-dimensional model of the space station, so, a presenter could point at, where the airlock is that has a problem or whatever else. I said, you could have a big screen that floats in midair beside the presenter, which, shows a Hubble Space Telescope image, or you could put a green screen behind them and make them look like they're anywhere, like you guys did, with the moon landings. And the room exploded, and people say, you said that to NASA? I said, I could not say that to NASA to give them the chance. And one of the guys yelled out, the whole room exploded, actually. It was a lot of fun. And one of the guys yelled out, if we could have had technology like that back in the 1960s, having to develop it, it would have been easier just to land on the moon.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow. And will you be working with, I know NASA's doing so much with Antarctica and Greenland and the polar ice caps. Do you get to do anything like that? I don't know.
No.
They have so much technology. I assume they'd use some switches and... actually, probably NASA TV is a customer, and I know we got some stuff at JPL, so we would be part of making them look good as they're presenting, the technology that's really the cool stuff. There we go.
That's awesome.
Well, that's great that you got to experience that. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
That was great.
Thanks for hiring so many local people in Ottawa, staying in Ottawa.
I like it. And Ontario as a whole,
Absolutely. Helping out and paying people well and just doing awesome things in the community. Any events in Ottawa that you like to go to?
Oh, wow.
Like that annual events that you can't miss, maybe charity events or...
Oh, well, I know I'm doing the CN cycle for Chio,
nice.
just Sunday. So I've done almost no training, so I will be in pain.
That's this Sunday?
That's just this Sunday, yeah.
I don't have that.
Wonderful.
So that's
Well, I guess
How
that
long
leads
is
us
that
into some...
what's that?
How long is it? Is that a 50K?
It's the 70K, the one that
70.
I'm doing. I
Wow.
tend to sign up for the big ones and then regret it later. I'm really doing the race, the Ottawa race weekend and just doing the half marathon there, and I like to do some triathlons and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you do them around the world, or do you like to do the ones around here?
Mostly around here, but I've done some travel marathons and travel stuff like that. Yeah.
So full marathons?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, San Antonio. I did the space marathon. I had to. It was in Cape Canaveral, and the Pasadena is right underneath the Saturn V booster.
Wow.
You really hope it
nice.
doesn't fall on your head. Yeah.
That's an interesting one. Well, good luck this weekend. That'll be fun. 70 kilometers. It looks like the weather will be nice for that. So that's
hopefully
all
it keeps
good.
up like this.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going from Ross Video to a brewery. Back to the brewery.
Hey,
That's
there
good.
we go.
Back to Dominion City Brewery. Have you tried some of their local beers yet?
I don't think I have. I
It's
should.
good young entrepreneurs there
Good.
in the 30s running an awesome brewery.
Sweet.
With great stuff. Events this week. What do you got, Miller?
Well, big one, I like my punk music. We got Strung Out's going to be in town on Monday evening at Ritual. So go check that out. I think I have an amazing new album out. So
Yeah?
Yep.
You got the album launch for Cody Allen, of course.
Yep.
Poutine Fest. Hindenburg opening is tomorrow night at
Oh,
Tamarack
nice.
Showroom. You got Activate Expo. That might be interesting. That's one of the biggest health and fitness expos at the EY Center Saturday
cool.
and Sunday. So that's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm running the Dutch Liberation Lunch at the
are you?
Lower Town
Nice.
Brewery. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Getting all the Dutch on the 70th anniversary of Canadians liberating Holland and allowing me to live in this country. So that's a lot. That's very important for me. So that we're doing that. It's also 613 Night Market at the Shaw Center on Saturday night. So lots of food stuff, lots of health stuff. Get out there, enjoy the weather, and enjoy one more song from Cody Allen. This is Heart of a Lion, and David Ross has the Heart of Ottawa.
Nice.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
All right,
Bye.
take care.